So here I am with a green cardigan. I'm going to insert my hook in the corner of the right front panel, and I'm going to pull through a new yarn. I want to chain 9, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now I'm going to start doing closed half double crochets that are the same like half double crochets that I have mentioned in another video where I'm showing the ribbing for the Calypso sweater. I'm going to link that video in the description box below because there I'm explaining very detailed about how to work in the back loop of a closed half double crochet in order to do the ribbing. So it's exactly the same procedure. So let's start now with our first row. I'm going to do my first closed half double crochet in the second chain from my hook. So I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook in the second chain, pull through, and then I'm just going to continue pulling through. Okay? Like this. Let's do one more. Yarn over, insert hook in next stitch, and pull through. Okay? So the difference with a normal half double crochet is, I will show you now, yarn over, insert hooking next stitch, pull through, is that at this point I'm yarning over again and I'm pulling through the 3 loops. Okay, so we are skipping the second time we yarn over in the half double crochet. So I yarn over just this first time, insert hook in next stitch, and then I just pull through. Okay, it's easy, it's simple. I have done 3. I want to do in total 8. This is my 4th, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. Here I have my first row. Now I want to join this first row with my front panel. And here we will be joining it on the rows of the panels. Okay, because we are working on the side of the panel. We do not have stitches here, we have rows. If we had stitches, I would skip one stitch and join in the next stitch. So this is the way you need to think. Okay, skipping one stitch, let's say here, this point here, and doing a slip stitch here. Okay, exactly where my loop is landing. So skipping this part here and here and doing the slip stitch here. So let's do it. Here. So this is my slip stitch. Now I have joined my first row with my panel. And now I need to turn in order to continue with my second row. And here we have our 8 stitches and the slip stitch. I'm going to skip my slip stitch, sorry. Yeah, I just want to check something. I'm going to skip my slip stitch here and start working here on the first stitch, and I want to work only in the back loop. Okay, the back loop is visible when I turn my work. And it's, wait, let me grab a needle. Okay, so here is my first row, and when I turn it, I can see the back loop. It's this one. Okay, this is the front loop, and this is the back loop here. So when you turn it, you can see a braid, and you will be working only in the back loop. Okay, it can be confusing sometimes because we have a loop here also. Okay, and this can be confused like to be the first loop, I mean the front loop, and this the back loop, but that's not the case. Okay, we need to turn it a little bit in order to find the back loop. And in the video that I have linked in the description box, I'm analyzing this. So if you do want a more detailed explanation, please watch the video. Okay, so let's continue now working in our back loop. Yarn over. Here is my first stitch, and remember always to place a stitch marker here. This is the front loop of the first stitch that tends to hide. Okay, and when I will be doing my next row, this will be the back loop where I need to do my last stitch before I do the slip stitch. So always remember when you have done the slip stitch and the first stitch to place a stitch marker. Okay, so let's continue doing in total 8 closed half double crochets. Here, and now I have reached the top. When I reach the top, I do a chain, okay, one chain, and then I turn my work in order to do my next row. Okay, and I'm gonna do my first stitch in the first stitch of the previous row. This is my chain, and this is my first stitch, and this is my back loop here. Okay, so let's do the first closed half double crochet and then continue doing 7 more, in total 8. If you wish to have a more narrower or a broader ribbing, you can do more or less closed half double crochets. Okay, so this is my 7th, and here I will do my last, the 8th half or closed double crochet, half double crochet. Okay, and then I have reached the point where I want to join again. So I will think that, okay, I need to skip one stitch. That would be this one if I had stitches here, and I will join here. Okay, so let's join here. Nice. Let's turn our work. We are not chaining here, only when we reach the top. Okay, we are just turning. And remember always that this that looks like a stitch is the slip stitch, and we will continue working here. You can always count from backwards, like from here, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, or you can always place stitch markers. Okay, so the back loop would be here, and let's do the first closed half double crochet. This is my first stitch, and I will place again a stitch marker because this tends to hide, and I want to make my crocheting as easy as possible. Okay, this was a little bit difficult, but here it is. Okay, and then I'm just going to continue doing 8 closed half double crochets. Okay, and this is how you should continue. So just continue like this along this front panel until you reach the neck and the back panel. And let's meet again, because we will be working slightly different on the back panel. So I have done the ribbing of my front right panel, and I want to show you how we will proceed with the ribbing in the neck part here. Okay, because it will be slightly different, because now we are going to be working in the stitches and not in the rows like we did in the front panel. So let's grab a stitch marker first. And let's do the last stitch here before joining. And now this here is the last, this one is the last slip stitch I did in the front panel, and this is the first stitch of the back panel. Okay, so I will do 3 slip stitches in next 3 stitches of the back panel. Okay, this is the first 1, 2, 3. I will turn my work, and now I will skip these 3 slip stitches. Okay, and I will do my first closed half double crochet in next stitch. I will place a stitch marker, and then I will continue doing 7 more closed half double crochets, exactly like I have been doing until now. This is my 8th closed half double crochet. I chained 1 and I turned my work, and I'm just continuing working exactly like I did before. So the difference is just when I'm joining the ribbing with the panels. Okay, all the rest is exactly the same as before. So here is my last closed half double crochet. Now I want to do 2 slip stitches. So here is where I joined the last time, the 3rd slip stitch that I did, and now I will do 2 slip stitches in next 2 stitches. Okay, I will turn my work, I will skip these 2 slip stitches, and I will continue doing my closed half double crochets. Okay, so 8 closed half double crochets again, and just continue like this. When I will join next time, I will do 3 slip stitches, and then I will do 2 next time. So I will be alternating 2 and 3 slip stitches until I'm done with the back panel, the neck area. So just continue alternating until you reach the left front panel, okay? And then continue working as we did in the right front panel. We will meet again in the next video, where I will be showing you how to do the buttonholes and the bottom ribbing.